Banka Tano and Dwaso Nsem and Atedano Shannon Sumame Medicain Aka Telecell connecting energy stop choco it's chocolate and Amen scientific herbal o madam no mkranse na sample for J atase anano me call a table menam na se kruma so menam ni kruma sante mampo menam ho anam say yes e kroni eda ho de dwa
Ofa kromfinfin na ofa chire ho.
Me fa kromfinfin.
Ofa kromfinfin.
Yeah, ofa kromfinfin.
O ma mi hu se ofa kromfinfin aka. E chiro ne makakre. Yeah. Amponi bibia ho.
Bibia ho.
Okura timi trem. Ya wo tum se ya from KG Ekosi University. Nyina benya no kuro.
Yeah, it's true.
What I say?
Yeah.
You be bia.
Enokre.
Training colleges wo ho. Nursing training. What is it? Bibia university bia wo ho.
Yeah.
The kuro mo de. Ti peska kofi.
O peska kofi.
Yeah. Nya kodi. CJ anapay ya fa daily graphic na asem kese bi da me benya to ase abo abreche for abaso papa na before then ma menka nwumasua de yansa na abreche for bom homoden Ghana for bom homoden papa
form wo fi o de kakra ba fi
yes kade am hu ha no we kura ye nkrata mu de ti de nam akire ne de
bubrija
o de ene o se cabinet approves gifted talented education na wey eye enwumasua hyehyede soronko a empanifo de eba san hyehyede gifted and talented education system yi utwantia e ka ne gate na unim se CJ so kwa manone a abrofo ewo enhyehyede bi a omutimi identify enkola omo special talent what I say omo so intelligent enti asen when na omo esua de omo komanu na ye select omo e free sabi o normal enkola animu
yes baby abofra ni interest e wo no
yes
na okwa nanimu no
na
ye de ne e ben interest no ehu
that's right and na omo identify omo sa na ye me ani ko omo ho more because ehun say bibi soronko bi wo omo mu sa dwumadi ni bi na aban ene wo say eye cabinet agia tum say yenye e wo mem hanum say na osoafo na hwe enwomasua nsem so Dr. Yaw osay adutwum na Accra College of Education no mudi 60th anniversary na okoti ho kakra bi say yaka say won ma gisa nkomo na tumu a ebe frase enti ekokoba saa ene enkoda wo mo exceptional achievement amo potential omo intelligent high level intelligence specific aptitudes creative thinking any superior talent no CJ ebia make us say we na die bi wanu abe wo ho pa che say en company for me identify won temo a
na say me sua no na me nsemone pa
nsemone nsemone ne ye de hin bia yentutu ade
video deck yes wa be ka me kwan wo fie no on be ba no
unim say me hwe oti a senki hu ne ntemo a kaban na wa ye TV aka wa ye TV
na say me say be ba no na matutu ni nyanam te ho na me su
o be hyehyɛ so
Dabi basa men shisha na aye sun to mbeba na mete ho
ba se de o si tutu no e kire se obetimi aye bibi e wa fidie no
ma me kwa homa no so na fe gate yanji enchiremu mene board chair National Teaching Council mene no entwetwe enkomo
fantastic idea yeah fantastic idea I didn't want penny for the bar one mu nyansa se cross ye bom aba na fe ye bom pa ye church say implementation no e be ko se de adwempone tie no o ti ase ye nyina ye nya so mfa so
Anis hafa empacho edin eno ano no
wabua no
medase pa but say bibia bokode opani
ye de amiase de aka na de tie
ye de amiase bibia be fine to boss na chem mayen sa initiative ya ye ka ho asem your friend is saying gifted and talented education ye de ade poten chem mayen opani
very good unim me started class 1 no that was in 1950s before Ghana became independent. We are all mainstream. We are all supposed to think the same thoughts. Exam bar, we are supposed to produce the same thing. Certificate normal. Now things have changed a bit. For all the education that we are getting, now pay attention to this. For all the education that we get, what is it that we can produce as a result of it? That will make another person's life easier. And there are particular people who are gifted that way. that I'm getting this particular kind of education, but I can use it in a particular way that will make other people's life easier. Another way to look at it is that education PME service bank to me aya ama a chrono abwa the most people without me being selfish about what it is that I'm learning. The last one, say, Ghana, of all the education that you get in, what are the solutions to societal problems? And you begin to realize that to me and Ubia and you need the same thought. Some thoughts have to be different from others. And it's up to us to encourage young people to participate in the learning process itself by making their opinions known. Let me give you an example. We share the United Nations Charter. One thing, in addition to the right of provision for every child, in addition to the right of protection for every child, now we have the right of participation. Let me tell you, your opinions never matter to anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
The only opinion that mattered were the opinions that were expressed in textbooks or the opinions that were expressed by teachers. But in reality, the way things are going, and when you begin to look at people who are making a difference in that, you realize that they are original thinkers. And we have to encourage them. Because one or two people can make a whole difference to the whole society. Into what the gifted education is doing is that now, first, we wanted students to understand teachers. We wanted children to understand teachers. No matter now we want teachers and parents to begin to understand their own children. Do you see the dynamics? Psychology,
Yeah.
Yeah. When you begin to understand them, now you begin to pay attention to the way that they are different from the rest of us.
Is this an opportunity for children to come up with their ideas? Say, this is where my interest is. This is where I want to go. Fine. Ope drawing, ope niema draw, ana ope needlework, ana so ope sa niema no. Abofrano afei oba benya say in onwani interest. Is that it? Obani?
That's exactly what it is. In fact, the guitar program that I've done in other countries, sometimes the impetus comes from the parents themselves. The parents will come and tell us exactly what you're saying, that my kids are peculiar in a certain way, so we want you to be supportive in what it is that we can do to bring the best out of them. Now check this. There are particular courses, there are particular ways of thinking that have to be common to everybody. But having done that, now we want to begin to look at every child as their own individual, and to look at the possible talents in them. I will tell you that when you walk down the street, there are a lot of people that I see them all the time still running at me. Had this person been given an opportunity, and they can excel in a particular way. When you don't give opportunity to people, then sometimes they can go hayward. And after there are particular people who don't even want to go to school because they don't see that they matter in the scheme of things. It has to be a certain way consistently. All of that, we have to begin to now understand that the focus is not on who are doing the teaching. The focus is on who are being taught. Now, the idea is that, at time they say, your opinion was never mattered to anybody. In fact, what kind of opinion on the teachers that agree to me do what them? So we crowd hygiene and so on. In the trade that I'm doing, we pay particular attention to those who tend to be unique. They're either too quiet or too loud and so on. You want to know who these people are.
Okay, and at which level on the educational ladder, gate, early childhood, kindergarten, and now
let me tell you this.
Okay.
It starts from KG. Okay? There are little kids who are doing things that grown-ups could never do. And after so, you want them to begin to understand that, number one, they matter. And no here, say, to think in your own way. But at the end of the day, they have to be structured so that they are not only doing the things that are common to everybody, but they are doing things that are very peculiar to them. It starts in KG. But then the most important thing now for us, as teachers, there was a time, the only source of information came from the teachers or from textbooks. Now things have changed. We cannot be analog anymore. analog internet no money, you know. So saying that digital, no, every teacher can go on the internet and begin to research gifted and talented education and see how they can incorporate it in their own teaching.
Okay.
That is the most important thing.
Okay.
So that it does not become a one-man show. For example, if you want to look at the unique strength that young people have now, some of these things have all been identified in different places and so on. So what we now need teachers to do is to become lifelong learners. Let me repeat it. Every information under the sun is available on Google right now. So instead of happy good morning, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Thursday, and the rest of it, what is it that we can pick up that to complement our own teaching to bring the best out of young people?
Yeah.
This is the challenge right now.
And you know, how can one children and as learners take advantage of our gate and learners and teachers, parents, stakeholders, you know, how can we take advantage of gate?
You know, what I say is that charity begins at home. One of the first things parents have to do is to begin to recognize their children as special. They are not people, you don't have to talk to children. We want to talk with children. We have to talk with them. Yes, that maybe those days are gone. Let's have a conversation with them where even the decision making that you make in the house, you know, the children participate in it, like the United Nations requested. Children have the right to participate in every decision that affects them. And then we begin to understand them that way. Now, having said that, you know, parents also have to begin to put at their children's disposal. In a certain way, that is probably not even applicable in schools. So you use the word stakeholders. That's it. Communities now also have to begin to understand that the kids that we see roaming on the streets, we don't want to look at them in a negative way. As a responsibility. We have to look at them in a way that one day they are the ones who are going to take care of us. And what is it that we can do that will help them to take care of us in a very unique way? What I also want to add is this. If you look at particular people in the whole world who are making a difference, it doesn't have to be the whole world. There are one or two people who are so unique in the way they think, in the way they do things. At the end of the day, their efforts benefit the whole society. We have to begin to pay attention to those people. And those people are there. So, again, these days, I was saying on another station, I mean, I turned 77 years in April. But I'm studying now more than I've ever done. Because when I'm teaching now, I don't want to teach the same way as I taught last year. Because since last year now, things have changed. What is it that to bring in? That to bring the best out of people. Until we have to now, stakeholders become lifelong learners. Then you begin to see the potential in other people. But if you are clustered, now you live in a silo. There's no way you can expand the horizons to begin to understand the potential of other people.
Okay. Finally, programs being and Ageti cover and how is it going to work?
Very good. Now, in schools that I've taught them, there are particular schools that are gate schools specifically for that, specifically for gifted and talented students. But it will be impossible to have that all over the country. So what you have to do is to begin to introduce elements of it in every school in the country. But that means that we also have to update the teachers to begin to understand what gate education is. The most important thing for me right now is this. Ghana is one of the most beautiful and resourceful countries in the world. So we have to target our gate towards adding value to our natural resources. That's number one. It's everybody's responsibility. We ship the raw materials out of here, and we bring finished products into our education. Where does it fit in terms of adding value to who we are as a people? Until we get poorer and poorer. So now, what I'm saying is this: every school should be in a position where it says that this is the area that I am. How do we coordinate our efforts so that we can add value to whatever it is that's available in that particular district? That should really define a particular aspect of GATE for you. Gate can be defined in so many ways. But at the end of the day, it has to support a certain livelihood, a certain thinking to make our lives better than what it is that we see now. You know, we can't take things for granted. That things, it doesn't work like that. God helps those who help themselves. So these are the things that have to be introduced in every community. As long as we are creative, as long as we are innovative, you find ways in which we can resolve some of the issues that bring poverty, because we are tired of it. These are the larger issues that have to be addressed.
All right. Mama no ase dem fan komo yi ensi ha. Prepare me best anka se bi that's papa.
But I want you to do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Send me a WhatsApp. Why?
Okay,
and put your name on it.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
I will send you other piece of information that can help you to answer some of the other questions that you have. We'll
fantastic.
Tell you it all now.
Fantastic. Me that's pa. I'll do that right away. Me that's pa. Ora Anis Hafa a board chair, National Teaching Council, and then atwetwe and komono. Nana.
CJ, on my way, idea ba kwa yen lucky crane ideas.
Yeah.
Yen lucky ideas.
Any laws.
Any laws, no policies.
Policies.
Nemum implementation. Implementation. Aya na no ni asem. Ibenya no come on. Oh. Ran mi sha na photo.
Zao.
Aya na no.
2015 dem try na akache ni o kan wasem. Bi ya na wa he.
Ode ofa be transfer no adwudwam. O be transfer no adwudwam. Enti aya na implementation any problem no. O be ha wei ya kana de ne atwabo ato so. Ohun anim di fo pa makosuku adu akire na de aso mo nsa so mo hwese ebeye ebewi akire na agegu odwen ho a wonte ase enti media me pa bo ne se sa adwene we yebetimi ayi wan na was anyu catch them young no bi onum bi sa catch them young yeah catch them young enti we idea ne nyina no catch them young what you say
abofra no na asabna no aka no
sa ayi autistic ayi children ni
cray autistic for the cerebral palsy for ni
some different adwin bi a wo mutiri mu ne inventions a wo ye elsewhere no enso e die ba esi nsu ba
busumba ikuja no
ma menko abogafo no so na daily graphic anime na abogafo dia obi a wo aburukyire bi a wotie ya wo ye adwuma edi kakra be fie bia nyame nhyira o but before then no menu aba na ma ado ahema ba nyame adoma Friday and birthday
okay
and menu aba menu ni ho agro nti me man happy birthday in advance na ama ado ahema ba me tu chema na no pay Amsterdam
okay
Krubeck ka se Krubeck nye Krubeck Kruhabe
ka say over Krubeck ana ana petu tuti
CJ
so you
odi asho say bra okay the daily graphic adopay no or say remittances fetch $28 billion in 10 years. Remittances you can remittances a Ghana for wa bruchiri a wo mu sem fifire sori ahomache a wom they say America say we ti kwa baby de 36 she no mo namu gina na so 8 hours obo 8 hours we akra no boss I job aka ho no bobo scanner no
de aba
within 10 years no $28 billion 3 billion Chinese loan they how many na e call ho anso yensa
me na da eno kra no
see IMF ya dey sa ko show mo numi send e pe
fro 3 billion
what you say I think in 2023 nkwa inward remittances no at the $4.8 billion
last year.
Yes, last year. Na arahosem ne say ye go do a ye say ye ho mrane wo ho ye ko emu bia ni ho no mu a sika de bo man mu no eso chen sa remittances yi
me bo last year nkwa sika mama no ne de bag Ghana ha no eso chen bosi a ye kwa akobọ no
me na me ka kire o I say we mpo no se usu wuhwemu a obani se obi ba Ghana jiwe efa amasemesi ma jiwe mfa amasemesi eno en contract
wo fa me ho antem mo ma me kakra na me mfa ntwitwa me ho
dabi je unse obi wo no mu a oba fia ni sika
na ye man cash na je okwa
jiwe fa ma we ma eno en contract eti eno kra be kan ho
se no ka ho de na se nka no ye twem be ye
ena no so no wo de ya ha ye kwa ho ntino ye nka nkwa tire o ti ase enti omo ye adwuma na bra omo bre nyina no kra ne se omo bre se odi bibi beba fie abaye bibi ofie na daachi bi no ye mra na nkwa ba begina home
enu nti na aya na akwaya arehusem na se nipa ne bre no de sika ne ba fie
enu na me ba so yi
na abusua sika ne basa
enipa bebre
abusua sika ne basa
die wo mu e wa brochire ni nyina ne se onya obi mpo a odi bi besi ni so anka niam
because onye obi ani
anka bi anka ban kra mre I'm telling you anka bi anka ban mre
opa ma me phone line sisi ama abrochire fonkwa
me sinke bi anka ban mre
abrochire fonkwa
o pepa se sika wanya no odi benye bibi na mfaso beba so ono benya na mfaso kakra na obi so nya so mfaso but nipa odi ade na ba besi ni so odi omo so kra no no a besi pampampan so beba Ghana baba beye no oba beduru ha no a obehwe na aban mu nsensem bureaucracy ne bukatani ade
enti waje hosa
enti we aye samrani we aye ken we ye kakra afa aban mu mamu $28 billion within 10 years America for boy Europe for boy hwan boy opani obia ni wonum a obeyi sika we di ama ye se o de che ye kwa yan crofo na akobiri omo jani na sika we eba system nim unim say wo kan the obokrata na this banking consultant Dr. Richmond Etu ahene o kire say koko sika gold sika ene de keka ka ho no eba ubohum say sika kese no na say no na boakra balance e books but investors na omo invest all those sectors no sikan before say ebeba be hit books no mpokara or Bank of Ghana no me ade no mo mayi omo de dada enti say sika no ye kan ye kapa susu so no ye nse da wu
yeah
but when no mo de no
yeah
Ghana de share na wa no ne mo bro mo jani no o ti ase emrantie ne maba
wo ye Ghana ni na wutia obetimi aba Facebook drop your comment enti say ho nkomo ya me na say ye twetwen enti say ho Emmanuel Billy or say we are suffering over here.
Omo bre pa bre de abrecho ya kwadwofo a o ya kwadwofo a untimi ntra ho eto bia wa abrecho bie bre ne mo jani no ye adwuma no so a sika no ontimi ntra obi krom so odi ni sika wo ho ade obi a dia wo na niama afedi o say ene Ghana pra
mo fa mo man
enteni bibia obi obedi bibia obi obanum bi wo o chilia aka ho wu a assassin chief apart from that no masa I'm telling you omo ya de obakopa be mani mo nyamfo pa te se enioma
baby a wo sha o che se ne se titini ne baby o de nam ne e fa ne video mu no
obi timi ya no aye container odi baba beduru ha no ne o custom officer bi ne bia immigration ni bi sika bia wo so de mani pa na wan fa ma ntino yetimi omtimi sha da sell nioma onu anim se nioma ne nioma papa
se na be bon don kobi
ya bodwa bi ayi abuo bi atoso a untimi ntu beja ho akọ bre na nipa na akọ bre na nipa oye hun kra wo oye hun kra bu so aso bebre siye mayen to so na becha afo asem de kase ye kan sisi ye ntimi nwie ba ye kan ye nkama mpanimfo ne nti se omo so wo mfaso pa anti abre bia policy bia omo ye bia ye ti koko rose no ne ade ayi godi ye see discussion ye koto ayi kacha ne ade abre omo no abroche for omo how pa ye import duties
Elder Samuel Enini or Finland or say some of us in the diaspora are bleeding because of disappointment by family members and friends. Just en common one here to train.
Oh yes.
Na ya me say obi wa kwet bi fa ni trim. Be bra brochira be ba so. Mon chichiri bi kakra bi mame na sika na mo de bra me na mo fa nye sei mame. Obeba no. Na fe ojina sa ase no so na eze
homburgers na di mutu okwasi ada. Oche live band me me na dan nyu. No di mutu okwasi ada.
Oka homburgers out say
omo wo fie na de niam abesi omo so dan na yes no na dem
dan
na sifie no
na chie entade
light bill no kro be je free ho na wi a kwasi ada no pa no ko di mutuo ni wi no ye fine ada no pa be free no wada store no kra wa bi so
onko
owo so be banana store ya mu pasa
asema ye ka no
bisa ko bi fodwo ona e lawyer se case se wo court no abroche for de ye se wo mu omo ye bu o man fa so obi abeto asase o twe ne ho a na asase ne dia ma obi eto obekọ beba no na aya asem me say na no train baba obi a ye was just about 10 minutes in the train obi kan asase ho asem tell obi afi wan nwempo na e wo so si free train mu sika o dia ba beto asase nye kuma Nti ɔse ayɛ ɔnyɛ hwibiem. Ɔso atwe ho man so saa afedie wabrɛ.
Asifim.
Obani offer daily graphic next year. Ɔse Upper West takes delivery of drip equipment. Ɛyɛ mfidie a yɛdi dua kwan tipper trucks ne ade aban no ɛyɛ nhyɛdeɛ sɛ ɔde to apete o mɛya fa na baabi a sɛ bɛyɛ a ɛne yɛsi nsuo mpinkyɛn wo pinkyɛn no bobinom si yɛ otuontum ka sɛ nsukom de yɛmfa nsuo si studio hanti obɛtena honom sa kwesi adi nsuo ba bisi wobɛsɔre akɔ akɔpɛ nsuo anom nti sɛ aban ma bɛyi wo kwan a sɛ mfidie no wɔ hɔ kwan de a wobɛtumi de adwiridwiri kwan no so wei Upper West foɔ ɔnom deɛ na nya mfidie no nyinaa meant for the region na akɔ akɔduru bɔm si kakra na bedru na regional minister Stephen Yakubu si dabi prekonam yedi ne so kakra na aba na wayɛ dwumadie de pa ho ntoma ɛkyecha ma mensin so mo mfrase ɛmfa ɛnyɛ adwuma nti so wohwɛ hɔ nom a ɔse 7 motor graders 2 bulldozers and 6 backhoes no eka consignment a eba ɛhɔ nom ɔse nkyɛ bia 11 tipper trucks ɛne ɛho keka ho so bɛba na afei ɔde ɛno nso ama nkrɔfoɔ wonim sɛ Bagredam ɛne Kompianga dams no ewo Burkina Faso o mabie
nsuo ne baba
yes enti na dum for
emra na mehwe
omso aboa ho twɛn ati se oma set up emergency response teams a omo etititi mahwe amanfo but nye way any solution no 777 produce afi bia dam no mu bie me de makase omo ntwa amana keke emfamfa ayi atifiro mantam ba bia nsuo ne fa bibia omo ntwa amana mfamfa ne nsuo na ensekulate amana num te se de abrofo ye kana farmlands na eba be se no mu de mu ntwa amana nsuo ne ba na afam a eba kwa akosi tire be sa betire na ano abrase ne nsuo ne tamu na akuafo ne de ayekua we eya adwene kakra di
we bankasa
eya adwene kakra di bibi hu bia we are yes not move akotena response team hwan obani afida ye be say the same thing
ebeba no na akire sikasem kra
afida ye be say the same
ebeba na akire sikasem kra
ya de a ebetena wan afibwa sa bo akuafo no ade na ya ne ye ho sa hwe efin egugu abontin ya kan already so me maka na hanom say for more than about 10 years ni say pure water any bottled water CJ say enso ne 1 cedi a ye mfanye 1 cedi 50 pesos unum wie na do bottle no kwa na akɔgye 50 pesos ni apɛ outlet no kra yɛ adwuma mu a nipa na ba o de bottle no ba na ɔbɛgye 50 pesos elsewhere
obi nso bɛfa no adwuma efia napa ekɔpema nwumre no bottles ne rubber obɛse selfie potem
wadwe ɛyɛ adwuma na unum so na de bɛto hɔ a obi a na adwe adwuma bɛfa bottle no
akɔgye sika
mo agye sika hyɛ bottle on top of it ade we yɛ ade a ne yɛ de we o yɛ bɛsika so what
rocket science
untu nsuo bom fakɔ Faboto no kona kwa usika
on top of it I will say omo produce
ensuo no sachet water ni ade no
ayi belakwa also nya depo every district
man for the ne bottles no be ko
yeah
it will be all day
eno kwa ye no mu nchechemu yes
what about 4 boxes kwa ma nsuo ba ko
sika kwa de ma no timi sa de to nsuo foforo
it belakwa on the depo all gin bottles
I recycle
yeah it will be on the aba now recycle no ya dia say ye bottle ni bi ma sa bre
na say Kofi Asan say time odi ni birthday
Kofi ya we show happy birthday who say Kofi